Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
And welcome
Hello.
to
How's it going?
Oh. There we go.
Take two.
I'm very sorry about that, guys. But
Can I
everyone,
explain?
everyone got me really panicked about the fact that they couldn't hear me, and I was really stressed before the stream trying to get it all set up properly, and I left my microphone muted. So I literally took out microphones, put new microphones in to get it working, and I left it muted.
Number one thing you check.
And another one. Sorry,
Okay.
guys. Idiot cheeks.
Idiota.
So,
Okay, host.
do you want to make up another intro?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool. No, I've got one. Yeah, I've got one. Right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Kryptkast. My name is Ethan, and fucked it. Fucked it.
There's no retake, man. It's live.
It's live. It's live.
It's live.
Rewind.
It's well live. I'll do it again. I'm just gonna do it again. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ethan, and welcome to Kryptkast, the only show on the internet that has more ideas than Ice Age. And with me today is Chigs, Boone, Aladdin, and Nay. How is everybody doing?
Better now.
Yeah.
You,
A lot better now.
Smeg, shut up.
So how is the levels for everyone in the chat? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we totally didn't fuck it up the first time. Yeah, what I was saying before we got rudely interrupted by people going, "Oh, microphone's not working," which helped. Was
Curse you for being helpful.
was basically stuff that we've been doing since the last podcast, which has been quite a while. So who wants to start us off with what we've done?
So we did charity stream. We did charity stream.
We did charity stream.
We raised £600 over. What was it? It was 30 hours we went for.
Yeah.
30 hours instead of the 29 we thought it was. What else?
Sleep deprivation.
That too.
How much did we raise? And who did we raise it for?
611, I think it was.
111 pound.
611, yeah. 611 pound.
For?
And the goal was only 300.
And Mind even sent us a certificate for it as well,
They did actually.
which was pretty awesome.
We have that somewhere.
Go, Chigs,
So
go!
we go into the depth of our living room, deadass.
If you
So we
can't,
did-
if you
I'm
can't
gonna
find
hit-
it, I've got one there.
So they sent us one, and that was really cute.
It's really cute.
And they sent us like a little badge thing as well, which is just sitting on the
It's
desk
awesome,
right now. And yeah, it was really good. They were actually a lot more supportive with the fundraising than Crohn's was. Like Crohn's, when we did our previous charity live stream, they sent us out like promotional stuff, but like their push and their appreciation and their thank yous for it were kind of like not as cool as mine. Mine were really up there. They were sending us stuff, loads of stuff prior to the event, like little letters, little gift cards, and it was all customized. Like they sent a thank you letter,
Yeah,
and it
so
was all about live streaming.
they sent us this card. So you're a real star.
Yeah.
And it says in it, dear Team Cryptic,
Cream cryptic.
thank you with your live streaming marathon. It sounds like a fabulous, maybe 34 hours of gaming, which we got most of the way there. We really appreciate you doing this and in aid of Mind, which is really nice. From the Mind team, Emily, Vicky, and Maria, and they personally handwritten it. And then after we did it, I'm gonna cover up my full name there. But they sent.
Thomas Abraham Mills. I have no idea.
There we go.
I'm just guessing.
So they sent us a couple of awards through. One with my name on for some reason, and one with the rest of the team.
Which the team's called Dr. Team Cryptic.
Yeah, we're actually called Doctor.
Because I set it up.
That's sick.
Oh, my head. Sorry, guys.
So, do we share the doctorate, or does like
Yeah, no, that's
Is it-
ours. That's a team honour.
We're
share
Team
we
Doctor.
share we share doctor?
So Can't read backwards. Oh, I should have flipped the camera.
I was just thinking that.
So yeah, basically we got given. It was a visual aid, okay? Yeah, we were given those, which was really nice, and they sent us some like little pin badges as well. They didn't have to do any of that, and we did it purely for wanting to raise money for charity, which we love doing. So you know, can't go wrong there. We did the live stream. After that, we've kind of stayed a bit quiet. We've all focused on doing our own channels, and more recently, been doing some stuff on the channel.
That's the whole point of our team, is that we come together to make like raise money for charity and content and stuff, but we're also all individual content creators, so that we all support and bring all the family along to all our own personal endeavors. So like if Boone's streaming, we go see Boone, and we push the stuff that he wants to do. Aladdin, Zafin, Chigs, actually all of us are really active streamers right now, along with the majority of the team, and if they aren't an active streamer, they're in the mods, so there is like a whole community aspect. So if you don't see us on the team channel or the team YouTube, you find the team doing their own things with the team in their own channels. So
yeah, so it's basically right now, after it always happens after the charity live streams, we kind of all separate off. So myself, Nay, Aladdin and Boone have been streaming on our own channels, and then Zafin's been streaming on our channel. He's been doing the Throwback Thursday streams every Thursday, doing old games. And we've also been streaming on the channel doing our Indie Spotlight, which we'll talk about in a bit. So yeah, basically that's what we've been up to as a quick catch up. We've got a few new members,
and the Kryptkast,
and we brought this back.
This whole thing.
this right now. This is a team thing right now.
So
Just
this
right now
is
it's a team thing.
this is a thing that we kind of
Well, sick.
we argued about a lot in the team, and the first few podcasts it was purely on YouTube, which this will be going up onto YouTube. So if this is on YouTube,
Hi.
basically, basically when it comes to the podcast, we always said, right, let's do the first few on YouTube, see how people like it, and then we'll do it live. And after the kind of hiatus, basically we were like, fuck it, we'll do it live. Pretty much. So yeah, we thought we'd do it live because we can talk about stuff and then get you guys involved. So Mr. Host, Mr. Zafin.
Hello, that's me.
host.
I'm the host.
What's the first thing?
Alright, so the first thing I have down, because the list is in reverse order, is the Indie Spotlight. The Indie Spotlight.
Oh,
Yeah, guys.
motherfucker.
Oh,
So, who wants to go on this one? I think Shiggs should.
I'm talking a lot. I'm talking.
Aladdin can give some feedback because he streamed.
I did Firewatch for 2 hours and I got lost. It was very annoying. So I ended the stream.
But basically what happens is each week we pick an indie game as the team, like in our private chat, that we want to spotlight. And it was kind of inspired by XSplit because a lot of us guys work closely by XSplit and we like what they do. And one of those things is Indie Dev Spotlight. So that happens every Wednesday. And that's something that we want to share more indie games, because the problem is the team will find that they end up playing like just one game quite a lot, and the indie games has definitely made us play a lot more variation of games, and also like I don't know, just be more chilled evenings, not getting stressed over like a team-based game. We could just mess around. So the games we've currently done, someone's going to have to fill me in with this. The games we've currently spotlighted are the following.
We did the Mean Greens, didn't we?
Did Mean
Which is the
Greens.
best game ever.
We did that really impossible one that Tim played.
What was it
Oh
called?
god.
I don't
Shadow Dagger, is it?
Yeah, Shadow Dagger.
Shadow
that's the one.
Daggers.
Shadow Daggers, that's
That
it.
was
Well sick.
really interesting to watch.
I said it was Doom on crack.
It was literally like you were tripping.
That was a crazy game.
Then last week it's only been going for a couple of weeks, but we did Overwatch, and it's really good because we're doing it purely for the what's Zafin laughing at?
Firewatch.
Firewatch. Is it Overwatch?
Firewatch.
Firewatch.
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
You
You said Overwatch.
I really want to play Overwatch. It's on my mind.
Overwatch does look good.
I was looking at it in game
It does.
yesterday. So yeah, basically we're doing that because we're all into indie games. There's a massive market that kind of gets overlooked a lot of the time with indie games. So we want to kind of shout people out because it gets people talking, and that's why XSplit do Indie Dev Hour every week. So we thought we'd kind of bunny hop onto that, and we'd give people a shout out every week. And if we can stream it, because we all have very busy lives, if we can stream it, we'll do that too.
Yeah.
So that's something you can catch on the Twitch that we like to do. But like our Twitter is mainly like when we tweet out like all the things that we are loving and enjoying right then. So if we like tweeting out that we love a game, that's usually what we're playing at that period of time. So you can kind of just by the Twitter kind of see what we're up to and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Someone put in the chat saying Minecraft. Now, would you deem Minecraft an indie game with how
Not
big,
anymore. Not anymore.
how big it is?
I think
It's so indie.
yeah, I think once an
So indie.
indie game hits a certain level, I think it stops being an indie game, especially when it's bought by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean like as soon as it hit its like first million? I'm saying that's what I'm saying. As soon as it hit its first million, it wasn't an indie game anymore. It was popular.
It's good though. Like when do you think an indie game stops being an indie game?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Like, well, how do you gauge
Oh
that?
god, that breaks my mind.
Because Overwatch technically it's made by an indie company. Is it Overwatch? Oh my god, Firewatch! I throw my brain out the window. Firewatch. It's made by an indie company. It's beautiful and it's
Best game ever.
it's massive right now. So kind of how do you gauge that? Do you gauge it by the company that's made it, or do you gauge it by the success?
I'd probably say by its success, but then you could say it's I don't know, because if it's still popular for a certain for a long length of time as well, it could stop being an indie game because of its popularity, its replayability as well.
But most games will start off an indie game until they are discovered and they are successful. So
Yeah.
I guess being an indie game is just a part of a journey for that game, and it's usually the starting point. I guess I don't know. I've never really thought about it that much. We kind of throw the term indie around quite a lot, like a cultural thing and within the gaming community.
Yeah.
And how do you actually define it? I don't think any single person could define it. But like Minecraft, we all unanimously agreed that's not an indie game. But 2 years ago, maybe a bit longer than that, it was an indie game. Not many people played Minecraft, and like you found someone playing Minecraft, you were like, oh no way, you've got to come onto my server and play with me. And it's kind of that excitement of finding someone that plays that game, because not many people. I don't know. For me, an indie game is like finding someone that also plays that game, but you don't know many other people that play that game. That's kind of how I define an indie game, but I don't know how you guys define it.
I think I had to write a report on it once, and different funding, and what I realized, as soon as the game has made more, so it's made over what it costs to make, that's when it becomes past the indie game level. That's that's what I noticed.
Yeah, I think
Super Meat Boy was that was an indie game. It was individually developed and funded, and then it was picked up by different platforms, so it went past its own expectations.
I think it's a kind of umbrella term that gets thrown around now. I think it's one of those umbrella terms that people think, I'm not sure where to place the game. It's not made by AAA developers, like AAA developers, so it's got to be an indie game. Where there's a lot of hazy area now where it could go either way, really. Always an interesting one.
Rhino King, indie games are games for hipsters.
So
Banter.
Rhino did make a good point in saying that Minecraft has its own convention now, which
Yeah.
of course it does. So that's
Minecraft.
obviously not more, which he made that point. It becomes a crazy thing, like, because it can spiral out of control with some games. Like, Minecraft is the ultimate sandbox game, if anything. But you make your own stories, and you make your own success as such, because look at all these YouTubers living from Minecraft alone. It's an interesting one.
Well, Minecraft is like every game and event you go to is always going to have Minecraft there.
Yeah. Like,
Every-
in some way.
Even Comic-Con, for fuck's sake, sells
Yeah.
mainly Minecraft merch.
Because there's so many different companies now that will sell Minecraft merchandise as well.
And it's one of those things that appeals to all kind of ages as well. Like, we play it, and then you've got all the little kids, because it's one of those easy games to just pick up.
It's for all ages, really.
So Mike in the chat said that Rocket League started out as an indie game. Now look
It's
at
actually a sequel to a game that was released, I think about 4 years ago. I can't remember the name of the game, but it was relatively similar. But the cars were like shitty boxes that like a 5-year-old would draw. That one was kind of like their flop, and then they brought out Rocket League, and that took off.
Well,
That
like Dave says, it was like helpful by PSN, like
Yeah.
giving it out for free over Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You get games popular because you give them out for free. People want free shit. Like, that was clever.
Yeah, people take any free things, really. Like, look at that thing that we signed up to. So basically, a lot of us in the team signed up for something called Keymailer. And what Keymailer does is you make an account, and you look at games, and you can request a key from the developers. And if they accept, they give you a free game. And you get that code on Steam, and then you can play it. It can be anything from just a platform game, to early access games, all the way up to Call of Duty. But that's how a lot of kind of indie developers will get feedback, and they will get buzz around their games by getting these out for free. I think Rocket League is a really weird one, because it's grown way faster than Minecraft, if you think about it.
Look at the name of its predecessor: Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars.
But that's why it wasn't successful then.
That is why it was a flop.
Wow.
Sarpabaka.
They did a lot of paid promotion as well, though, like paying streamers and stuff to play the game, popular streamers to play the games, and then people are like, "Oh, we want to play that too because they're playing it."
Gang Beasts,
There you go.
Yeah, but Gang Beast is well sick.
which I've yet to get to play, but like, that was basically PewDiePie and Marzia playing that, and then that
Yeah.
just blew up, and now everyone wants to play it all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy, because like, if you look at Rocket League, it got big last year, and now they're doing a $75,000 tournament on Twitch. Absolutely insane! Like, for just literally riding around on a pitch and blasting a ball, someone could win $75,000 from literally just sitting on your bum. Esports as a whole blows my mind.
See, Rocket League's a bit of a crazy game as well, because personally, I don't like car games and I don't like football games, but I love playing Rocket League, and I don't know why. It's just one of them kind of games.
Everything
Yeah.
Boone's ever lived by it brings.
Yeah.
I think it one of those games that you can pick up with your friends, and you can also destroy your friends too, and there's always something pretty fun about that, about being able to blow up your friends, especially when you're at the other end of the pitch and you're just blasting towards them, knowing that they're just sat there, and you're just like, I'm going to blow you up.
That's all me and Sharky do when we play. We don't actually play, we just giggle in the background and try and blow each other up. We're really destructive when we play together.
So yeah, especially I think Rocket League is one of those. I don't know. The reason I first played it, to be honest, is because it reminded me of. Do you remember Wipeout on PlayStation?
I've never played that, no, but do you remember that game? I think it was PlayStation 1.
Destruction Done.
And It was cars, and you drive around the map, but it was really small, and you used to go around like the garden or on a tabletop, and I cannot remember what it was called.
Was it
I think
Revolt?
No. It was an RC car, I think.
I don't know.
It was like Micro Machines.
Micro Machines, that was it. Yeah.
Oh my god! I always say that on
Micro
stream.
Machines.
Yeah, Micro Machines. And I always say to Nay that kind of reminds me of Revolt as well.
Yeah, but I love Revolt. It was the best game in the world. I'm trying to find a copy for it at the PC. Sorry, it was the first game I played on PC. So
It's got a
Six,
mixture.
was it Wipeout Fusion or was that the one on PS2?
Wipeout Fusion was PS2.
That
Wipeout
one
was
was sick.
the first racing game I played, and it was so kind of out there that it kept you hooked for so long. Car game. I think that's one thing that games struggle with now. They very much cater to the people who have a very short attention spans as such. You either get the very short games, which is like Rocket League, so you play a game at a time, or you get the games which are like Fallout, and then you're playing for hours and hours and hours on end. There's no middle ground anymore, but I don't feel like there is.
Call of Duty campaigns.
Yeah. But when you were a kid, you'd literally play. Okay, it's probably the same thing with the attention span, and it's really short. But like Crash Bandicoot, you could play it for days, and there was progression as well. None of this
Cell
DLC
damage.
shit.
That was a sick one.
So I don't know. I think the way that games have grown in the last few years is completely, especially with cloud-based games and like downloadable content.
I think too much banks on downloadable content nowadays as well, though. Like, I always feel like to get the full experience of a game, I have to spend out way more money than necessary. Like, just like, for instance, skins on CS:GO. Like, you to be part of like that part, like the whole experience. Part of it is case opening skins now, which is money. And like, you look at something like, I don't know, Rainbow Six, I now need DLC for that. I need DLC for every game. Fallout 4, you've got like a season pass. Like, I feel like it's just like either companies are trying to make more money, I don't know, an extra 40, 50 quid off everyone, but it ruins it for me, and I end up not wanting to buy those games because I feel like I'm not getting the full package because I have to pay out so much.
It's quite funny. I said I said when I first started playing Counter-Strike, I'll never open a case. I just don't think it's worth it. I think I pushed like a good 60 quid into it, and I'm not even ranked. Like,
yeah, it's a hard one. Like, especially
I'm not getting involved in this.
I think the new Star Wars Battlefront are doing a really good thing. They're offering free DLC, and it's not like it's just a little bit like a tiny little thing like, oh, you get a free hat character or something like that. It's all levels,
new maps, and
exactly, and they're still
everything.
offering pass content as well, so that you can tell that they're working on it as a full experience rather than the game. I think it's completely. A lot of games don't do that anymore, and I think EA are really trying to tap into that because they do it with the Battlefront. Is it Battlefront or Battlefield games? Battlefield games.
Battlefield, yeah.
They do it with those, so I think it really makes a difference when you really want to kind of put a lot of time into a game. They're giving you free stuff to put time into. It keeps it fresh for you.
Yeah.
But Rainbow Six Siege is the same. You get that free, but you can have a season pass as well, but you just get it earlier for those people that do want to.
But then it's like as a streamer that I want to be relevant and showing stuff to my viewers and the people of the community. Like, I feel like part of me, it's part of my duty to like deliver content that they're not going to get or maybe able to afford.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me to stream the game and showcase it and enjoy it, I feel like I have to pay so much more money. Is stupid. Just make a finished product. Alright.
Not going to McDonald's and buying a burger and not getting the bun or lettuce, and you have to pay extra for it.
That's it. Like, I bought DayZ, the standalone game, like 2 years ago, and it's still not a finished game.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
That's a really good point, yeah.
Yeah, I think like they used to make games to make an impression. and they used to make games as a full experience, and then the whole kind of DLC aspect you'd unlock, and that'd keep you playing for days and days because you'd be unlocking things. Whereas now it's just that, oh, I want to unlock something, fuck it, I'll pay for it. Makes people impatient, or just like, well, what's the point in waiting if I can have it now? Bit of a shame, really, but it's currently how things are going, and that's how, unfortunately, that's how people make money. What have people said in the chat? Been a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Our
residential roadman stopped by.
Mr. Virus is in the chat. Hello.
I think everyone's kind of just...
Are you muted?
I think you might
I
have
am
muted now.
muted. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want Jesus. It's probably for the best.
It's okay, we heard you through chicks.
Because I got that loud mouth. I think it's like probably everyone's kind of agreeing in some senses, but disagreeing in some senses as well, which is good. Because some people want the extra stuff and they want to pay with it without having to play so long to unlock stuff. Like, in a way, I'm really frustrated that every time I sign into Rocket League, everyone's unlocked stuff from all their achievements and their time played. But I know I don't want to spend money to get it, so I'm kind of stuck, and I'm just a lazy gamer that just wants shit given to me for no apparent fucking reason.
Give me the stuff.
Just give me the stuff, please. You just like to play games.
Although Batmobile.
Is that out now?
No, not yet, but I want
What is the story
Batmobile.
behind this? Like, everyone just started talking about it getting hyped. What is the reason of getting hyped?
It's just the new Batman vs Superman Batmobile. It's like I'm guessing it's being released on the day of the film, right?
I think they're doing DLCs for every good film that comes out.
Well, they did the
Mad Max.
Mad Max, didn't they?
Mad Max, and they did the DeLorean as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's where the Wasteland map came from. Mad Max.
And the cars, yeah.
I like how when I first saw that, I was like, "This looks like it's from Mad Max," and you were like, "Yeah, it looks like it does, doesn't it?"
It is.
And I was just like, yeah, it is.
You're
like,
stupid.
Dave says, take the Minecraft story mode. It forces you to buy the season pass because it's isn't it episodic, so you have to.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the same with all Telltale games.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't actually play it like Minecraft. It's kind of.
You watch a video,
Is
play
it-
for 5 seconds, and then watch another video.
Very
Oh.
Really?
a lot of cinematics in it.
So it's
Oh my
not. It's
God.
not really Minecraft then, as such, is it? Dave, and then Jezza said it's like the new Need for Speed. All of their DLC has been free so far. There's a reason for that though. The new
They're trying to push that game by giving you free shit.
yeah, the new Need for Speed hasn't actually been that popular, unfortunately.
Because the film flopped.
I liked the
Basically.
film. I loved the film.
Was Need for Speed on with
You
Aaron
loved
Paul?
the film? Yeah. Bitch.
I thought it was quite good.
Hutch.
Science, bitch.
I thought it was a really bad film. But
Mr. White.
I don't like
Yo,
any of
Mr.
those.
White.
Yo, Magnet.
Yo, Mr. White.
Yo, Mr. Wade.
But
Rhino said, I have no faith in Batman, Superman vs. Batman. I didn't in the new trailer. The second one gave me, I was like, yeah. And then the new one just.
Did you know it was in I Am Legend?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
On the billboard, wasn't it?
Really?
The
Yeah, it's
poster
on
was
one of
there,
the
imagine.
billboards.
No way.
There's a logo of the Superman and Batman.
They predicted it.
That was a good film, I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was a good
It
film.
was a bit upsetting.
Probably very outdated and probably didn't age very well either, but good film.
No, it's still okay.
You say it like you watch it every Saturday evening or so. It's a pretty cool, rad film.
You know, I have no life, so you never know. I might.
The thing is that annoys me about all these comic films is that they try to make them so close to the comics. Have to cut so much out. For instance, the new Civil War film. At the end of Civil War in the comics, Captain America dies.
And at the start, a
You've ruined it
whole
for me.
neighborhood blows up. You know, they've got to cut some things out, chicks. They can't do like mass a mass explosion that kills a bunch of children. I don't think they can put that in a film.
Well, they could, but they're probably getting a lot of trouble for it.
Deadpool was awesome.
Probably. Deadpool was well sick.
Yeah.
The only thing that I found about Deadpool, and I loved it, I really did.
Hang on, has everyone watched it that in this Skype chat that wanted to watch it?
Yeah,
watched it?
bruv.
Deadpool was like Deadpool for
Three
men
times.
was like 50 Shades of Grey for women. I swear to God.
And I'm in no category then because I've not watched the 50 Shades. So
Even I watched that.
It's annoying because Deadpool. Once you've seen all the trailers for Deadpool, you've basically seen the film.
and this is why I stay away from trailers and I hate chicks
imagine.
watching trailers. He's always watching trailers.
I
I'm
can't
like,
help
I've
it.
seen half the fucking film. No, I don't want to pay 20 quid to go see it now. You've just watched it for free on YouTube for 30 quid.
But in one month's time, you know.
Yeah, 1 month's time I'll be able to see it all in one pretty collage. Great. A little rant about trailers.
But yeah, I find with the comic films, I love them. But yeah, I don't think they tried to keep them too close.
Sponsored.
Especially with Batman. That one's going to be different because Arrow's in the comic. And
Yeah, that's a good point. He's like armless and old and
he's
stuff.
old, yeah. And
Yeah, because he got his
Wonder
arms
Woman's not in it.
Can I discuss?
Oh
my-
no, she is. Yes, she is. Hold up. Wait there. I've got it.
Can I
here
discuss my biggest bugbear of Deadpool? Now that everyone in the Skype chat has watched it, everyone always goes to someone. Oh, you'll love Deadpool. You'll be laughing all the way through it. There's no serious moments at all. Tell me that there's no serious moments in Deadpool at all. Go on.
There
tell
are
me.
there are many.
Thank you. So it's not a completely fucking funny film. There are serious moments in it, and everyone advertises it as, "Oh, you'll be laughing all the way through it." I was sat there like, "Oh my god, this is horrendous." And Wonder Woman.
Okay, I take it back.
And you're not a true Marvel fan unless you watch the end credits.
I love it
Yeah.
at work when people are walking out and I'm like,
And you're like, what are you doing? Sit
You're
back
so
down.
stupid. I
I'm
see them
saying.
walking out like I'm on retail and I'm in the lobby and I just I see them walking out like, oh, that was a great film. It's like, yes, but you didn't see the end, you fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
That's true.
I didn't watch the end credits the second time I seen it. Because I didn't need to. But
I did.
We
I
went with my
watched it
manager
every
and
time.
he didn't want to watch the end credits. I was just like, hey.
What?
Did you not watch it?
No, Vince didn't want to.
Okay, that's really weird of him.
Besides
Yeah,
Alison, she was like, come on, let's go. I was like, no, you wait there. She's
You
like,
see
why?
it, bitch.
And then the credits are going on for ages, and she's like, are you sure there's another bit after this? I'm like, yeah, just hold your horses. It's
Bit this-
coming.
The bit I've-
I watched it every time. All 3 times I stayed back and I sat there like these fools don't know what they're missing.
it was kind of like the people that did leave when we went to go see it, me and Jukes, because we went on Valentine's Day. We had a queue for an hour to even get in, and get a seat,
And it was sold out.
and it was sold out, and that freaked me out to no end. But like literally, like 4 people got up, and I was like, "Come on, you 4 people, you must know we're all sitting here with the lights on, with our jackets on, waiting to go, waiting for something." And these like literally 4 people in front of us got up, and I was like, "You're fucking idiots!"
They were
Like,
just sat there like this.
you just paid to see the whole film. They were all looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah, when I went, there was
I
some
don't
old
have
woman
to.
there that was she must have been about 70 odd, and she was on her own, and even she stayed for the end credits.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've had a few like that. Like a woman this old woman came in. She was like, so what films are on? And I was like, well, we've got Deadpool, and that's the only thing we've got on right now. And she's like, I'll go see that. And she went in and she waited till the end credits, and she was like, that was wonderful. I'm so happy I saw it. I was like,
Oh,
Who was it? The Queen.
oh, what is not news? Whatever. But yeah, she was well happy with it, and she was like 80, and it's so good, like working in a cinema and watching people walk out with a massive smile on their face that you wouldn't expect to like a film like that is great. It's just like it's one of the most satisfying things. It's like you became a fan today.
So-
You enjoyed the penis jokes.
Having a little segue, G Fox said, speaking of trailers, Ghostbusters sucked.
there you go.
Batman vs Superman showed too much, and Deadpool was virally excellent. I agree with the Deadpool one, because they absolutely nailed the promotion.
Yeah, like they did his views on like what different programs and stuff like that, when it signed up as Deadpool.
He turned up in every advert during the Super Bowl. All that kind of stuff, you know, it shows that they thought about everything. Ryan Reynolds posted a picture on his Twitter of the whole marketing crew. Like a long table with like 30 people around it.
Yeah, he stole the suit, didn't he?
Yeah.
He ran off with it.
There was what he was like. Oh, after 11 years of trying to get it made, I thought it was worth it. It was yeah. Or when someone asked him, it said, "Do you own the Deadpool Twitter account?" Because it seems like you do, because all that is on there is promotion and funny jokes. And he said, "I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to mention it." Like, dude, that is dedication right there. I
have liked it.
For it.
Well, like I say, he was pushing for 11 years, wasn't he, trying to make it?
And in that time, he was in the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have nothing to say about Green Lantern.
The Ghostbusters trailer, like, I haven't seen it, so
neither
what am
have
I missing
I.
out on? Apparently not a lot, but what am I missing out on?
It's just bad. It's
not Ghostbusters.
It's like they're trying to be too close to the original film. Like, I know it's a remake of the original film, but it's like they're trying to be.
Not. It said
the
it was like
characters.
30 years later. And it's like
It looks like they tried to remake
stuff.
everything they could in the trailer, and what I found really annoying, the fact that they've basically taken all of America's really funny females, and they're not funny females. So let's take the woman from Bridesmaids, because that was a good film.
Yeah, what's her name?
Why is she in everything?
Let's take.
Cameron Diaz is funny.
She is a good actor, though. I do like her. She's really funny.
They've taken all these people that they think is really funny, because Americans have a certain sense of humour. And if anyone's American in the stream, I apologise, but there is a certain humour that doesn't translate to the British.
Yeah, that's the thing. Americans and the British have different kind of humour, don't they?
That's why Ricky Gervais is successful over in America and not in the UK.
So yeah, it's they've taken a lot of American comedians that, quite frankly, aren't too funny, and then they've just thrown them all together and was like, "This is going to be a good film."
Well, they don't care about the fans, do they? Because like Ghostbusters have got a set fan group, and this film is going to piss all of them off.
Oh yeah. Oh, I watched that trailer and I was sat there and I was speechless, which is something. I couldn't do, like, I was watching it and it was so, I cringed so much, but it made me, you know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film, like the more recent, the last one.
With what's her face in?
Megan Fox, yeah.
Fox, yeah.
It felt like watching the first trailer for that again, and I was like, "This is."
Have you seen the trailer for the new one?
Yeah, it actually looks okay.
Yeah.
But like, we'll just have to wait till Ghostbusters 2. That's okay. Which is going to be weird because Ghostbusters 2 wasn't the best.
You know what really offended me about the Ghostbusters trailer? No Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, but I guess they might want to keep it secret. If they're going to do it, they'll keep it secret. But by the sounds of it, it's about a guy who is making paranormal activities. Get it? Because it's a film. These paranormal happenings happen. He's made a machine for it, and it's like, why? Why? That's not Ghostbusters. That's not Ghostbusters. No. But what studio's making it?
No idea. I don't.
Is it Universal? If it is Universal, I'm gonna cry because they did Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so that'll be why.
Fox just made a really good point, saying the original was dark and serious, but also light and funny. It had legitimate creepy moments with ghosts. This seemed too light-hearted with neon ghosts, pixels with ghosts, and I have zero hope for this remake.
Surely it was like ahead of its time though. Like the whole reason why it was like because like the whole production of the film was something else, and surely you would want to then live in that limelight and do it justice. But by the looks of it, they've just turned it into some cheap American comedy film with the name Ghostbusters to draw in people into the cinema to pay for the tickets.
They had people.
Like, even the ghosts look shit. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Just someone in a bed sheet. Oh.
Just safe
the
as an
ghosts
extra.
In the 80s, they knew that they had bad effects, so they didn't try to overcompensate. And they had people in the films who were genuinely already established.
Yeah.
These people in the films kind of established, but in certain types of films. Whereas the people who were in the original, obviously they were established as comedians in the first place. If you want to look at how to make a proper trailer and build up hype, look at Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it right.
They did it great, and they didn't give anything away.
Well, I think they also had money behind it, whereas I don't think this Ghostbusters reboot has money behind it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Apparently it's Columbia who are doing this.
God.
So... why Columbia of all the... Okay.
They made the original.
Okay.
Yeah, G-Fox made a good point. They're remaking so many movies. Why can't they just make something new?
Exactly. They're just recycling so much. But that's like that, like... I got tired at a point where like Shrek 3 and Shrek 4 were coming out or whatever and all this shit, and I was just like, there was so many, like, what have they got, like, I don't know, what is it now, like, what's the 11th version of the film? Honestly, I don't know much about films, so that's why I was worried about coming in the podcast, because I literally know fuck all about films. What is it, like, there's car one, not Need for Speed.
Cars.
Not Cars,
Fast
the
and
cartoon
Furious.
one.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, like we're on like what, 11 now or something like that. I don't know.
7.
Seven. Too many films.
They're
Just
gonna make
like
an 8
two.
as well.
Yeah,
8
well,
and
make-
9.
make it
Yeah,
good
they've
and
still
select.
got. They go ahead for 2 more as well.
And they've actually got dates for the two.
The Land Before Time 65.
That was a classic film, though.
So, before Christmas, when the Alvin and the Chipmunk banners and stuff turned up at work, one of the guys at work went, so this is the 4th one, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, any bet they make an Ice Age, and it's probably going to be in space. About a week later, we get a book full of the next 3-4 years of films, and it says, Ice Age, like, something in something galaxy. It's like, it's
Oh
fucking
my
in space.
God.
It is in space.
Oh my
Like,
God.
you nailed it, sir. Well done.
Give him a biscuit.
They have nothing left to do to the point where it's now like you can guess as to what the plot line might be.
Fast and Furious 8 Paul Walker's ghosts like Obi-Wan in the film.
Fucking hell! Is it gonna be like remastered version or like original? Because if you're gonna put Hayden Christensen style, like that's not good. That's no good.
That's true. When they actually went through all the effort of going through all the Star Wars films and replacing Obi-Wan with Hayden Christensen. Wasn't it Obi-Wan, was it? It was
Give me Anakin.
Shut the fuck up. I know. You know what I meant. I was reading Obi-Wan on the chat.
God,
Not
it
Ice
just-
Age if it's in space, right?
Can I just say,
Kind of.
I was going to give an example of a film that didn't have like a second film. Like they just had an idea for a film, they made it, it was great, they left it. So I was like, yeah, Space Jam. They might be bringing out a Space Jam 2.
They're making it.
Yeah, never mind.
Fuck's sake. See, ruining things.
When was the last time you seen any Looney Tunes?
They do the kids one now, like the baby
Yeah,
cut.
the
They're like
baby
baby
ones,
animals,
yeah.
aren't they?
I
Yeah.
mean, like proper old school, like that's all, folks, kind of shit.
You know what? Kieran watches it. I don't know why they're still playing it,
That's crazy, isn't it?
but they've got all the old Scooby Doo's on and everything.
But they don't replay all the new shit because it's just terrible and shoddy. And I think like when we live in a society where everything's like instantly done, like if a film is not if a game is not made on release date, they will just release it and then use patches. Like you can't do that with a film. You can't patch a film up with other films to make that film good.
Star Wars did.
Like, well, but that's Star Wars. Everyone loves it for it.
They completely cut out
G-Fox has a good
sequences.
point. G-Fox has a good point. Ferris Bueller's Day Off and E.T. They
Yeah.
were going to make an E.T. 2 and a Ferris Bueller's Day Off 2, but they
How?
decided not to.
How Ferris Bueller
Okay,
is a
so-
classic.
E.T. 2, E.T. was going to be evil, right?
What's he gonna
In
do?
space,
How small he is?
as always.
In space.
gonna
Ferris
do?
Bueller's Day Off.
Let's say-
It was gonna focus on I can't remember his friend's name.
Friend, yeah.
Jeffrey.
The friend.
Jeffrey.
I don't know.
Jeffrey. But they were gonna do that. Good. Truman Show. I guarantee they
it.
probably had that in the works. Most likely, it's like, and then he goes through the world and finds out that it's a shit show. Ta-da!
It's a show inside a show.
Truman Show.
The great thing about films that have one-offs are they leave you questioning it.
There's another one. Independence Day 2. Why?
I
What
like
was
them.
that Day After Tomorrow? Did they bring out a second one? Because it was a shit film, and I'm glad they didn't. If they didn't,
No.
thank God.
I like them
G
films
Fox,
though,
we get the
that have
point.
only made one film, but they make you wanting them to make another
Exactly,
one,
yeah.
and they won't.
Independence Day, they're making a sequel. God knows how many years after,
20...
and it doesn't have Will Smith in.
Forrest
Yeah.
Gump 2 backwards.
originally, they were going like Will Smith was like, "Yeah, I'll be in it," and then Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So never mind. It's
The
like,
Guardians of the Galaxy
new
as
shit.
well. I don't understand why they need to make more. That was a good film.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because it's Marvel. And
It's another
Marvel,
comic film, so they're gonna make
Marvel
more.
are like. There
More
we go.
fire.
That money.
Let's
They're
just
making that
get
money.
Yes,
another
make
one
your
going.
brain.
So I think we talked a lot about films. What's the next topic?
Hitman.
So
I've actually been
It
live for
was
almost
like-
an hour.
it was these next two can like tie in. So Hitman is coming out very, very soon. I think it's like a week. In a week's time, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
I-
know anymore.
I got asked in Thursday, so in Throwback Thursday this week when I was playing Hitman, because I'm playing Hitman 2. It's a great game. I got asked by a viewer if I'd play the new Hitman. Now, the new Hitman is not Hitman. It's episodic, but they're saying it's not episodic. It's coming out in episodes, but they don't want to use the term episodic. But that's what it is, so it doesn't make any sense. And Hitman was always story based. Like it's like, here we go, here's a story. Now go do these contracts. But in this, it's like, do these contracts. That's it. You no story, no story behind it. So why? And it's not.
Why?
You sound really upset.
It's because I am. Why ruin a series that was so good? The last one was okay. That wasn't too bad. But now they're just like, now we're gonna cut all the names out and just go Hitman. That's
Hitman.
it.
I've heard the beta is really popular though. I've heard the beta's been very good for
Yeah.
people.
But when we went to
It doesn't-
EGX, go on, sorry, Ladder, go on.
I was going to say, I've been watching a lot of stuff on it on YouTube, and it doesn't look any different to the old Hitman games. Like, there might be new missions, but like graphically, it doesn't look like they've made any improvements on the last ones. Or...
It doesn't look any different, and it doesn't look different. The gameplay's the same. It's just the fact that it has no story. So it's just like, it's like those Flash games that you used to play, like Sniper Hunter and stuff like that. Like, here's a contract, kill these guys, you're done. Woo. Have fun.
Just woo.
That's all it says at the end. It's like woo.
What were you saying about EGX, eh?
I was just saying, like, at EGX, like, it was in the plus 18 area, and everywhere else had queues but the Hitman. And, like, they were, like, begging us to come in. Like, come in, we'll give you posters and shit. And I was like, I still don't want to go in.
The guy was like, "Here's a reversible poster, Deus
Yeah,
Ex, Hitman."
Yeah, he was like, oh, you can get DSX and Hitman on the same poster. And I was like, I still don't care. Leave me alone.
There was a
Well,
cool
obviously-
thing though. When I was walking away from one of my interviews, I saw a guy dressed up as Hitman who stood there, and there was a guy stood next to him who looked like an older Hitman. And then I realised it was the guy who does his voice. That was the only time that booth had a crowd. As soon as he walked away, everyone else followed him. That was it.
I think
They were done.
the only cool thing that I found about the new Hitman is the trailer. It's the new trailer a couple of days ago, and I think it's like this opening cinematic for the game. That was really impressive. Still doesn't make me want to play the game though.
I haven't seen it. I've only seen the actual the in-game gameplay.
See, Hitman they had some really good cinematics. Like Hitman 2's cinematics are absolutely amazing. They look great. The opening sequence, amazing. Then when you get into it, it was just like, this isn't what I was expecting though. You fooled me. You fooled me.
It's made by Square Enix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they spend more time making better games?
Because they like to remake games. Final
Like
Fantasy.
everyone else.
But why couldn't they just make another decent Final Fantasy game rather than going backwards?
I
It's the same with
fucking hate
films,
that
isn't it?
they're 7. I just hate it. Stop.
Slightly off topic, Jezza said, what do you think of them announcing Last of Us 2?
I was going to say that. Isn't it called The Last of Them?
Also, don't spoil anything because I start the playthrough tomorrow night, so
I'm hoping
tomorrow even.
to God that it's a separate story.
I think it is, but like... I don't know.
hope
I think
it's,
it's called The Last of Them.
I hope it's the same era. I hope it's set around the same story, but I hope it's not the same people. But that's all I'm going to say.
We might not have. We can probably talk on this when I've done the playthrough on Twitch, if that's okay. Just because I literally know nothing about the game and I'm playing it tomorrow. Okay. And I don't like spoilers.
Okay, moving on. Fox said, I was going to buy Hitman until I realised the Square were doing what they did with Final Fantasy VII, which makes sense. If you buy the cheap intro, you're more inclined to buy the rest. This will create more revenue from them that they can dump into Final Fantasy 15 or 16. This is because TR cost too much and they messed up timed console exclusive. Somebody's
You know what
showing.
they should make? Do you know what they should make? Time Splitters 4.
Oh my
I
God.
think they should make a new Time
I
Splitters
never
game.
played Time Splitters.
I didn't-
Never.
I also didn't know that was Last of Us done by Naughty Dog because that's like one of
Yeah.
my favourite
Yeah.
production companies. No way.
Yeah, they went to making serious games after Crash.
Yeah. They were just like, they're like, what? Play this really fun game. No, let's get
Yeah,
serious.
they're remaking Crash as well. They're bringing it back.
I know, but
Apparently that's
yeah,
a
but
rumor. Apparently that's a rumor.
Nah, they are doing it.
Are they actually? I'm gonna be so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wet myself.
It's gonna be
Like
like-
any
There's
special.
literally
edition.
not a lot of information on it though.
Could you imagine, like, they throw in the old graphics, then it just turns and twists, and it's just like, Crash is just a murderer.
have you seen the leaked poster though? He doesn't look like Crash at all.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Crash. So that's quite upsetting.
That's the thing. It's okay. They're remaking it every year at E3. They're like looking at the PlayStation conference, just like, come on,
It's gonna
come on.
happen.
And then they go, and now from Naughty Dog. And then they announce some other game, and everyone's just like, fuck this, I'm leaving. But I don't know.
I reckon they'll announce it this year.
I hope they're throwing people off the trail by releasing that poster and making people angry. Because if he looks like that, I'll give up gaming forever. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to play a game that looks like that in terms of Crash. It should stay how it was. They just need to up graphics as such. Especially if Ooga Booga.
Oh my
Can
God.
I just point out that Rhino said he'll kiss me for Time Splitters, so get on it.
Wow.
Wow.
You know.
Tally's desperate.
Also, I picked up my drink, and I picked it up and just looked at the back randomly. I glimpsed. I thought this said cholera. It doesn't. It says chlorella. So,
Thank you.
So you're fine.
What is the point of that?
To be fair, I done that with these monster
don't know.
claws.
I just thought I was gonna drink cholera for a second.
I read this and it looked like it says pickled onion flavoured maize and semolina snacks, but I thought it said salmonella. Maize and salmonella.
I'm gonna die.
So Jezza in the
Young
chat
guy.
said, "What about Battlefield Hardline compared to Battlefield 4? Was it a good idea or not?" I think definitely not.
I never
No.
played it, but so many people said it was a
actually-
bad
I
idea.
enjoyed the actual gameplay. I didn't enjoy the multiplayer, but the story mode of it was good.
I really enjoyed Battlefield 3, and I played a lot online. I didn't play the storyline. Enjoyable. Hardline, I think they tried to tap into of the FPS games too much. Which they didn't need to do because with Battlefield 3 and 4 they'd established a really good standard for what an FPS made by DICE. I feel like they changed it with Hardline. I don't know. I just think.
I was saying to Vince at work today, who's our manager, like I don't feel like I'm interested in Division because it feels too much like Battlefield and kind of like Hardline put kind of in one game. And he was like kind of ready to argue with me, but I don't know. I've never got along with the game engineers, the physics. I don't know how you. The engine, yeah. I've never got along with the engine. That's why I'm not too fussed about Star Wars either. All those kind of engines. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much feedback on it because I don't know much about it because I don't like it.
With the Division, I really want to play it, but I think I missed out on the beta, so I didn't really I didn't enjoy it so much. I didn't enjoy. I saw a lot of gameplay, but I didn't enjoy it as such. I think I'd enjoy playing it. And by the way, Mike, in the chat, my mic's cutting out because I'm using a sound gate, so Nate doesn't scream onto my microphone.
Sorry.
So the Division, the way we described it in college, it was The Last of Us mixed with. What was it? The Last of Us mixed with something else. The Last of Us mixed with Watch Dogs. That was it. It was like that's probably the best you're gonna get for a description of that game. Like, you're gonna be hyped about it, but then there's gonna be parts of it where you're gonna be like, Dark Gamer, Team Cryptic is great today. We are wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a lot of games coming out that I just don't feel the buzz for. Like, obviously, a beta is really crucial, so you can kind of get the feelers for it, whether you want to kind of invest your money into it or not. But a lot of the games recently I haven't had beta access to, or I hated the beta. Like, I hated the beta for Black Ops 3. Absolutely fucking hated it. Hated it when we went and played it at like EGX and stuff like that. I love it as a game.
The thing I don't get is some companies, they say pre-order the game and then you get the beta. But why would you do that? Wouldn't you want to play the beta first to see what the game's like?
To kind of make up your mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I really don't get that.
The thing that I find with, especially with Call of Duty, like with the beta, what I found was, how do I put it? It was a beta which was there to gauge what people feel, and when you're gauging what people feel, I think that there should be changes made. But what I seen with the Call of Duty beta is that it pretty much was exactly the same as the game. I noticed no different. It should be there so people can be like, oh, okay, so this should be changed. We can gauge reaction on this. So then they can make the game better based on what people feel. But I don't think they did. Personally. Rhino King said, here's a question. My friend started Bloodborne and found it difficult because he has forgotten how to read bosses. Do you guys think bosses in games have become generally child's play?
Mm-hmm.
Rhino, my question to you, have you played Dark Souls?
I was going to say the same thing.
Because if you play Dark Souls... no.
I think Dark Souls is one of those. It's one of those kind of defining games that it's one of those kind of dungeon crawlers, and you have to really grind it to be good at it. It looks impossible.
You just get absolutely raped out of nowhere. It's just like you can be like, oh mate, I am going through this dungeon like nobody's business, and then you just get absolutely destroyed in one hit. You turn a corner, and some guy's like, poison, hit, dead, ruined. GG, good game. Start an hour earlier than you were.
That's a good one, actually. Who is excited for Pokemon Go? I don't think it's going to happen. I want it to happen.
I think it's not going to be as useful. Like they gave that announcement trailer and it's like, oh, look at this, Pikachu's hiding behind it. We've said it before in podcasts, but it's like, Pikachu's hiding behind a bin. Oh, there he is, cheeky little Pikachu. Not going to be like that. He'll be 8-bit, and he'll be just sitting on the screen. Like, you found a Snorlax. It's under this fat guy. Just like,
Excuse me, sir, you're sitting on my Snorlax.
I can't get to it. Your ass is in the way, sir.
Didn't they try it with was it Pokemon Gold that you got the pedometer with? That looks to me like it's the same kind of concept.
I want to do Pokemon Snap on stream at some point because that was the only Pokemon game I actually played. Because everyone knows that I watch people play Pokemon. I didn't play it, but Pokemon Snap was just one of those games you could just mong out and just take pictures of Pokemon. It's kind of my thing.
I never got past the first level on Pokemon Snap. Don't know why. Never got past the first level. Maybe I'm one of those kids.
Sometimes a dual stream now. Just arm.
Aren't they bringing out a new two Pokemon, Sun and Moon?
S&M.
Sun and Moon. S&M.
Pokemon S&M.
Pokemon S&M.
Pikachu's gonna have a whip.
And some Jello.
He wants to Pikachu.
I think you said had some Jello.
Oh God. So Jezza said, following on from Rhino King, do you think the bosses, as they become harder, should learn from what you do? Yeah, that was the thing that they said when they brought out the PS3. They brought out a game. I can't remember what it was called, but they were like, yeah, this game gets harder the better you get at the game because it learns from how you play. And it didn't. I don't think any games have done that, really. You can name a game, then
Dark
sound
Souls,
off,
does
but
it?
I don't know.
I'd say Dark Souls does it. Like,
Ah.
and any game like WoW does it as well. I'm just gonna keep naming games for you here, chicks. Star Wars, The Old Republic, SWTOR.
Oh,
That one
someone's
does.
remade that, haven't they? Well, used it on Unreal Engine.
Unreal Engine, yeah.
Yeah.
What? SWTOR?
Star Wars Republic, yeah.
Really?
The Old Republic, yeah.
Yeah, there was a trailer for it the other day.
Yeah. I've only seen snapshots for it. I haven't seen the trailer.
The online one.
Yeah.
Sick. I mean, the game didn't really end very well, but still.
That was it, Rhino. It was Bayonetta. They said that the more you play it, it kind of adapts to how hard you play the game or something like that. Has anyone seen The Climb, the VR game for the PS4?
No.
Nope.
Also, what does VR mean?
Virtual
means
reality.
Virtual reality, so like a Oculus.
Oh, okay.
Have any of you seen the augmented reality things?
The
The
what?
augmented reality. So right, this is sick.
Oh yeah,
I've-
you can get it on PlayStation.
Right. So it's like
Fuck me, Mickey Mouse.
it's basically like a lens that goes up. It goes into a VR headset, and it you can see normally. It's just like glasses, and then it projects stuff into the real world. So like you can look down at your arm, and it's
It's like a
turned into
hologram.
yeah, and your arm's turned into like a cannon, and it's like blow up the environment around you. It's like, yes, I will kill you all with fake bullets. I found it's so cool. It's so much better than VR. Augmented reality is the way forward. Screw VR. They only just bringing them out.
Right, okay.
But screw
Rhino.
VR.
I can't wait for my org girlfriend. Every single time we talk to Rhinos about having a VR
Oh, yeah.
girlfriend or
Wasn't
something.
that wasn't that the last
Was-
podcast he wanted to talk about?
Yeah, he put a
virtual
comment,
reality
he-
porn.
I will name it Amy.
It was
God.
so. Can I quote? It was virtual reality hentai, not
No,
just
that was
porn.
the one. I
Wow.
He's into that shit. We love Rhino, but
I want to throw a
You
question
crazy.
out. What would you rather have? Would you rather have the Microsoft HoloLens, or would you rather have an Oculus?
is that the one with the glasses that we watched in like Minecraft like came out?
Yeah, when it went onto the table.
Okay.
Yeah, that looked cool.
That one.
So you'd rather go for the HoloLens because they're going to start.
They advertised that very Apple-like. If you think about that, they were like, "Hey, Amy, what are you doing right now?" And Amy was like, "Hey, Steve,
Minecraft.
I'm just playing Minecraft." Okay. I was like, "All right."
I think it looks really good. They've just started. Supposedly they're shipping the developer kits out very soon.
They're shipping the Vives out really soon.
Yeah, but
as
it's
well,
all just
aren't they?
really expensive shit that I want, but I can't have, and I need a chair more than anything. So it's not like I can get excited about it, but A, I forget to make an appointment at an event to go use it, and B, we're never gonna have the money.
Oh, fuck that. EGX, when we went up to the Vibe thing, and they were like, yeah, we've got the Vive here, we're just gonna let you play. And then we walked up, and the guy was like, yeah, mate, you can fuck off.
It was like
You
it
didn't
was
book
like,
an appointment 6 months ago. You
yeah, exactly. Oh, we tweeted 6 months ago, didn't you see? I'm like, no, I didn't see. No.
6 months.
What? We were supposed to get. The rooms were empty. We were supposed to get an appointment to come use your thing that doesn't work yet. Okay. So what I heard. So some people who actually got some appointments. You're not supposed to say stuff, so I'm not going to use their names. They went in, it didn't work, and then they came out, and the guys were like, "Yeah, so you can't say anything that happened here. It worked fine." And that was
I was when we were playing Rock Band, and the guy came up to like me and Tim, who was standing by the microphone. He goes, "It's a dev kit, so it's going to be out of sync, so just go with it." And we were like, "What the fuck?" Okay,
it's like when I was on
everyone's
drums.
watching, and we're failing.
It's like when I was on drums and it was like 3 seconds out of sync, and I was like, oh, "Fuck, shit, no."
And Tim was just like, the only thing that worked was the vocals, and the rest of us were just like, well, this is fun playing on a broken ass kit before it comes out.
I love having a 22% rating when I finish this song. Yeah, gives me confidence to play your game.
The one thing that I did want to use was the PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Because it looks nice, but they had like these little booths, and they had little people in the booths holding the
actually
people
help
with
you?
the VR headsets on, holding them up like they're gonna fall over or something.
Yeah, that's
Just put them in
Didn't they
a,
have
put them in a
like
chair.
massive cables down the back of their head and stuff?
Yeah.
And they had to hold 2 sticks like this, and it was like it was a drowning thing, wasn't it? Or they were underwater and people were thinking they were drowning. They were like freaking out because they
I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't do
there
that.
was ones with roller coasters as well, and people were getting like sick from it.
I'd have
Like,
shit my
I
pants.
went to like something in France, like in 2004. Yeah, it would have been 2004, and it was like this massive like water / like futuristic park in France. I can't remember the name of it, but like it was. You went into a big room and you put like on these glasses, and you sat on this thing that moved, and there was a video playing, and essentially that was VR. But it just scared the shit out of me. I was like, "Whoa!" And I felt like the G-forces like in my belly, that it was so realistic. Like I could almost feel like it felt like I was feeling that experience completely. They've gone and taken that and just scaled it down into whatever it is. Like I can't really comment on it. I don't think many like has anyone tried it? Any of the virtual?
I tried.
Yeah, there was
I've tried the
Terminator one in
I've used the Rift. So I've used the
Okay.
Oculus Rift.
And was it
And that-
scary?
Fucking hell. We were on my first day of college, they were like, "So we're gonna use the Oculus Rift on a roller coaster game," and I'm like, I'm terrified of heights. So even worse, it was this spinning ride that you got to throw yourself out the seat. So the worst fear is coming out of a roller coaster, and I had to do it to myself. So
Oh my god.
I was like, as soon as I could, I clicked space and sent myself down a street in Paris and killed myself so I could get out of it. It was absolutely terrifying.
I've
taken them years.
I've pre-ordered a virtual reality headset.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting it with the S7, the Samsung S7.
Oh,
And-
okay.
No way.
And they're giving away with the phones, which is pretty cool.
So
Well, it's one of them ones where you actually click the phone into the actual headset,
Yeah.
and then you
Google
look, and then you're
Cardboard.
looking at your phone,
Google Cardboard.
Mm.
It's
and then you plug your headphones into the phone, and so it's all quite compact as well.
It's taken so long to get the Oculus to where it is, though. Like, to get it to a commercial point now where they're actually releasing it to the public. Taken them years. But I agree. I think I'd rather use one of those little things that you put your phone into rather than an Oculus. Because you need a really
Yeah.
powerful computer for an Oculus.
Look-
And the games don't look as great.
Facebook have brought Oculus Rift, haven't they?
Yeah,
No,
they did. Yeah,
shut up.
And yeah,
yeah, it was like
that,
a year
last year I think it was. But what they wanted it for is so people can connect with their families more. So what it is, both families that are, let's say, in different countries, they'll both wear it, and it will be like they're in the same room then talking.
What
And,
the fuck?
and that's what they want to do.
That's like,
I'm in your face.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like,
And then you
it's
should have done it as well.
like just use Skype.
Zoomed.
You know.
That's what they should use augmented for that. Like you put this lens in, you got your family in the room,
Well,
but
if
they
you wanna
can't
see your
see what
family,
you're doing to them. You
Go
know.
travel.
having an argument over VR. Fuck off.
Would you fuck off and get out me house?
You take it off and they're still there.
It will get to a point where we won't actually have any physical human contact. Like a lot of my friendships are
Good.
online now. Like I
Good.
don't. I see them maybe once or twice a year, like at gaming events. Like now, if we're gonna have Oculus Rifts and stuff like that, like conversations, like I won't need to go meet them because I can just sit in my pajamas in bed, pretend I'm at a nice place.
It's just
Like
going to
right
spawn.
now, we're all sat around the country at different places, and we're all talking.
No,
We're not
We're all in one
socialised.
studio.
Oh, mind.
We've got different
Mine.
backdrops. That's all.
It's going to spawn even more obese people. I think. It's
Have
scary.
you
It's a scary
Why
thought.
don't you get a treadmill one so it makes them feel like they're running? They might burn calories.
Right, let's take some questions. We got.
Let's wrap it
I'll
up.
be-
Yeah.
Do you think the HoloLens will work or be a complete flop?
I think it'll be a flop.
I don't know. Have you seen the Vive? Like what comes with it?
The thing I think though, it's going to be so expensive, and the people that can afford it, they won't have time to play with it.
They'll probably the people that can afford it probably be given to it for free
Yeah.
by them.
The Vive came with. It comes with a thing you got to mount to your wall. The glasses,
She said.
like three long cables, and then another sensor.
Too much
Like-
work. Too much work.
It's too much effort. Like
Yeah.
if it doesn't work,
Just
you
to
then
get more
gotta
depth on your
take it
table.
out. You then gotta take it out of your wall. Like, come on, let's just, just take it out.
I think the HoloLens, it's going to be a weird one for the fact that I think it could be really popular if they promoted it properly, because it's Microsoft, for God's sake.
But to be fair, when virtual reality first started coming out, and like 2012, 2013, and people were saying it's not going to kick off, it's not going to go nowhere, it's too big, it's too expensive. But now look where it is 3 years later, a lot of people are using it, and mainly for gaming and like movies and stuff like that. So you never know, it might kick off.
Yeah, I think it could. I think that I think with what Microsoft does, I think they have to put more effort on that kind of stuff. But they tend to do what Apple do and put their fingers in lots of different pies. So I'm not too sure, really. I think
Yeah.
it will flop. I think like if they put more effort into it, it could be good. Be
That's
very
the
good.
thing. Jezza said, I think they took the idea of the Google Glasses. What the fuck happened to those? Where
Google
did
Glasses
they
were-
go?
But weren't the Google Glasses made by Google to analyze the way people consumed the media in front of them, so they would
They-
make Google better? I thought
I
that's what
think
they were
so.
for.
But
Because
they sent them out, and then and people spent like over $1,000 on it.
oh yeah, shit, yeah,
And then-
no, yeah, exactly, yeah, they actually made
And
it
then
as a
I'm
product,
pretty
yeah.
sure. And then I'm pretty sure they were like, yeah, you can't use these in public anymore because they have a built-in camera. It's like, right, okay, cool. So I just spent $1,000 on some glasses that I get to put on a shelf.
Because Google, for part of their research on where to put things and shit like that, and their user interface, which all fell apart anyway, because they've not really changed Google at all, was like when they would give you loads of like these test subjects, like loads of examples of different screen layouts and stuff, and they'd track the eyes and see where the eyes would go and the heart rate and the behavior of the person to react into that, and that was using the glasses and everything like that, and it was pretty weird. But yeah.
I think G Fox has a good point. He says all these VR ideas, controller and a monitor, that's gaming. I don't need anything else because I'm not part of a niche market. I think,
And then Rhino says, I need my virtual girlfriend.
yeah, I think a lot of people, they look at gaming as a console or as a PC. So it is a very, very niche market, and I don't think it's for everyone. I think what we're gonna do here, guys, I think Chigsy's gonna be your girlfriend on Wednesday. I'm all right. I think what we're
One
going
last
to do.
question: Team Batman or Team Superman? Go.
This is what I
Team
was going to do.
Batman.
Hashtag Batman.
So to wrap it up, we're going to do lightning questions.
oh,
So
wow.
throw some questions at us. We're going to answer them quickly, and then we're going to say goodbye to you guys.
We're gonna wrap it up because
So-
we've had a really good stream.
Yeah, throw some questions at us. We'll answer a few, and then we will end the stream. While this is
Rhino, I'll do weekends.
while we're waiting for people to delegate Rhino's girlfriends,
Shift work.
I think we should say thank you to everyone for tuning. This
Yeah,
has been
it's
a
been
lot
really
more
good
popular than
fun.
we expected.
I've really enjoyed this. This is probably I've been in a few podcasts, and this has been the most enjoyable.
This was well sick.
If we haven't answered all your questions in chat, it's not because we're ignoring you.
Tweet them.
Tweet them and we'll respond back to you via tweets because the team have access to the Twitter, and we will give you like what we think of it and stuff like that. It's just very hard to kind of interrupt a flow of a conversation which you work from podcast and integrating all the questions on the Twitch chat. So if there's questions that you've wanted to be answered by Team Cryptic, then just tweet us and we will get back to you, or save them for the next one, which will be every 2 weeks. So we won't have one next week unless it's really successful. We won't have one next week, but the following week, save those questions up. But also, if you've got topics as well, send those into us as well.
Use the hashtag Kryptkast.
Yeah, Dave, everyone's coming around my house.
So we'll
Can
answer
I,
some suitable questions. Zay, if you could be any part of a hand, what would you be?
I'll give you a thumbs up for your
You're going to
answer.
start me off.
Hashtag in jokes.
Okay, on a rating of 1 to happy, how 10 are you?
How 10 are you? Oh, wow, that was really good. That confused the shit out of me.
I is well 5.
What would you all consider doing a live stream all in one house one
We
day?
have... Aladdin did suggest the idea, didn't... I think Aladdin suggested the idea, like, if we ever
Well,
wanted to
Boone
go...
lives in a mansion, so let's go there.
Come on
We've
now.
always wanted everyone to come down to our place. Like, we've always said our doors, because, like, Team Cryptic, although we live all over the UK, we meet up at as many events, and, like, we've always said our doors are open for anyone in Team Cryptic. So I would love it, because eventually we are going to get a projector and then stream some retro games with the projector. So, I don't know. I guess at some point we will do it. Yeah.
I think the
Boone.
point would be ideally Boone, Casper, because Casper's moving over to the UK. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Get everyone together and just play a bunch of games.
Just let's hire out a hotel room and get some decent internet and just
LAN
all sit in
party.
there.
Should
LAN
we
party
hire
up,
out
man.
like a village hall somewhere, some random
Yes.
place, and get everyone? So get everyone in the chat, everyone in the team, and just do a big gaming event.
So we're gonna have our own gaming event.
Would you play a game of charades or something like that in this gaming talk show format?
Yeah, we are open to format. Like, this is the first one back live, and we're always trying to improve the production and the content in it. So yeah, of course.
We'd be happy to do anything that you guys want to see, within reason, Rhino.
The TV screen would always be better than that. Would always be
Yeah,
better.
Rhino
TV screen is
said,
always better. Yeah.
Rhino said, "Is Zay secretly a Dark Lord?" I don't know what you mean by that, but no. Yes, maybe.
Do you
Don't
think a
think
projector
it's
screen
alright.
is better than a TV?
TV
Depends
screen
on-
way
TV's gonna be better, but
See,
it's not like a massive screen. Like, we have the biggest, whitest wall in our flat, and
We
it's
do.
perfect for a projector. So I'm just gonna get one.
So let's wrap this off with one last question and favorite game of all time.
Oh, let's go, boys! Quick fire.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Doesn't matter which one.
Come on, it's supposed to be lightning safe.
Time Split is future perfect.
Okay, Aladdin. You're muted.
I can't hear you.
Probably Skate 3 is the game I played the most.
Not bad. And Nay.
Max Payne, the whole franchise.
I think mine would be Tony Hawk's Underground. Nice and easy.
Favourite angel to life. You can tell G
Rock
Fox
Simulator.
Right, so we're going to end the stream here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mute my microphone. We're going to end the stream.
Hey.
I'm going to play some rave music, and we're going to end the stream. Thank you guys, and see you soon. I'm going to let these guys dance.
Squeaky chair.
I need some music.
Hit the microphones, guys. Thank you everyone for joining in.
Love your playthroughs.